Hi folks, Nathaniel here at Chicago Music Exchange. We are Nathaniel and
Daniel.
And it's got a great ring to it.
It does. Yes, sir.
So, what have we got? What are we talking about today?
So, we have a couple of CME exclusive Reverend Descent baritone guitars. So we have an army green here and then coral. This particular model is a baritone that personally I feel like is one of the best representations of the instrument for the price point. These, of course, are a longer scale than a typical guitar. This one in particular is 26 and 3/4 inch scale.
Okay.
And these are tuned B to B. So you've got B, E, A, D, F sharp, B.
There we go.
Did I get it?
You got it.
Okay, cool. So these are going to cover territory in between a bass and a guitar. So if you want a little bit of a lower growl or you want to do lower tunings than a normal guitar can typically handle, a baritone is going to be a great way to get into that territory without having a longer neck that requires a lot more adjustment.
Yeah, I mean, I've played a few baritones in my time, and I love the length of the neck on here, because obviously I've played ones before and it's like down here, which is a bit unusual for me as a guitarist.
It's hard to not be good at something for once.
But it's actually very comfortable to play. You just fall straight into it. And baritones in general, I've always found them to be very creative in kind of changing the way you play and mixing it up essentially.
Yeah, and I really personally like how. As somebody who sings every once in a while, when you're playing with a baritone and singing along with it, it actually sometimes feels a lot more comfortable than singing like in E or whatnot. So a lot of times you'll find like an artist like Phoebe Bridges, a lot of her songs are written on a baritone and her vocal range just fits perfectly with that. So other than the colors that we put on these particular models, we do have two different versions. So on the coral model, you actually notice that we do have the Wilkinson trem on there. So when you see people talk about the Descent R or the Descent W, that is the W for Wilkinson there. And then the pickups on this one are a little more single coil inspired. There is a Nuevo 90 in the bridge and then a clean cut in the neck. So between the two models, this one's going to be a little bit more tailored to single coil sounds, but you can get really usable stuff out of both of them with the bass contour knob here, which we were obviously using that quite a bit.
Yeah. No, I do like the idea of that, of getting the single kind of coil sound, particularly with a baritone. I do like that idea.
So other than the color on the army green here, we do have the actual stop tailpiece and tunematic style bridge here. And then these are railhammer chisel pickups. So these are going to be a bit more like your hard humbucker type sound, which really lends itself similar to how the baritone sounds great with single coil style pickups. Obviously, that low growl really does shine as well with your straight up humbuckers.
Yeah, definitely. What is your first experience of hearing a baritone?
I think the first time that I realized, hey, that sound is not a standard guitar was probably actually the Twin Peaks theme.
Oh, really? This is the TV show you were telling me about, right?
Yeah, and I know that you're a fan of it and you get it 100%, which I was impressed about.
I still don't know what this TV show is about, I'll be honest.
Nobody does. You hear that first note and you're like, that's not a guitar, but it sounds so cool. And then from there, you kind of start to pick up on when an artist is playing one because you just, it's lower sound than it should be.
I think mine was, if I remember rightly, and hopefully I haven't got it wrong, but George Jones, old country guy. What was the song? The Race Is On. So there's a big like, all that kind of stuff in the middle of it, roughly. There's an earthquake upstairs.
That's a baritone possibly.
Yeah.
What I would love to know, what is that? Because that happens.
I think that's somebody dragging a ladder or rolling.
Yeah, rolling something.
Limp Bizkit's up there.
Jesus Christ.
So not only do you have like country guys doing it, but you also have a lot of artists who just found that when they needed those lower tunings, the baritone was really the only way to get it.
Yeah.
So we're talking Cannibal Corpse, Metallica, Devin Townsend, a lot of guys who just prefer or need a lower tuning for the music that they're making. The baritone scale length is really the best way to get that.
Now, I don't know if you've ever tried that at home. This is before I knew about baritone guitar. I tuned down my guitar to match it, and it was like a loose elastic band on the neck, and it was just a mess. And I'm thinking, what is going on here? You know?
I mean, it just gets so flubby. So when you have the extra neck on here, it really kind of tightens everything up and makes it sound great.
But I mean, like I said, they're very comfortable to play because I'm not overly keen on something that's very long to a point, obviously. But this is very comfortable. I've got to say, very easy to play. And obviously for anyone who's never played a baritone, this is a great place to start.
Absolutely.
So it seems like baritones are becoming a lot more popular. We're starting to see them a lot more in the store, different kind of price points, and I think people are kind of exploring them a lot more, I should say.
Well, I mean, I think explore is the right word because as people go lower and lower with tunings, as well as just try to sound different than something that's already been done, you can really find, whatever your price point is, you can find a baritone that is really going to fit in well and kind of enhance a lot of the possibilities that you have musically.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, it's that kind of creativity that comes out. for me anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and that's very refreshing, very rewarding. I'd say, you know. But yeah, these are very cool guitars, and you know, make sure you come and check them out. They're probably going to be going pretty quick, I imagine.
I would imagine we'll need to reorder.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So come check them out.